And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The give is to Jones. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Let's go, come on.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A give to Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that is incomplete. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
All right, here we go.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A handoff to Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
He'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here. Mixon trying to punch it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They're going to look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because you get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his targets caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cobb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Packers have moved out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football.
Still first down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Set. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powerful running. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Getting set to go again on the offensive side. Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seen the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
58! 319 and on it.
Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cameron Brate, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
319.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, third and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
319.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Oh, they're holding their breath right now. That's Aaron Rodgers shaken up on the play. Still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up. When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Looking to throw. Sheds off the tackle. And this is caught at the 8. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the right.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Brate with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Shreds the tackle, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
319.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Rodgers to throw once more. He's got a man. It's Williams. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? Yeah, that's not the way you're supposed to play it.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again, it's Mixon. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bucs, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're...
We're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. The man in charge for this crew, the 6'1 quarterback from the University of Houston. It's the veteran Case Keenum.
And what a career he had for the Cougars. How about over 5,000 yards passing in 3 seasons there, each of 3 seasons? And it hasn't stopped because last year in Minnesota, 2017 for the Vikings, over 3,500 yards, went 11-3 as a starter. He still has the magic.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. A look at the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, here's Keenum. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them.
Here we go.
But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league.
Here we go.
So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Evans has it left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first-quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On third down, it's Lenzen, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And break, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. 6 yards.